Hard coding issues. In this topic, you will be introduced to hard coding, what issues it produces in real life, and how to follow proper coding practices against hard coding issues. Hard coding is the practice of embedding values or parameters directly into software code rather than using more flexible and maintainable methods for configuration. This can lead to a lack of flexibility, maintenance difficulties, code bloat, security vulnerabilities, and testing difficulties. To avoid these problems, it is generally better to use more flexible, maintainable methods for storing configuration values, such as environment variables or configuration files. Let's see the issues faced with hard coding. Issues with hard coding. The following problems can arise from hard coding. Lack of flexibility. When values are hard coded into the program, they cannot be easily changed without modifying the source code. This can be a problem when different users or environments require different values. Maintenance difficulties. Hard coding makes code more difficult to maintain as any change requires modifying the source code. This can be particularly challenging when the code base is large or has been developed over a long period of time. Code bloat. Hard coding can lead to bloated code as multiple occurrences of the same value need to be repeated throughout the code base. This can make the code base harder to read and understand and increase the likelihood of errors. Security vulnerabilities. Hard-coded values can be a security risk, particularly when sensitive information such as passwords or access keys are included in the code. If an attacker gains access to the code base, they can easily extract the information. Testing difficulties. Hard coding can make testing more difficult, as it may be difficult to set up different scenarios of different test values without modifying the source code. Let's watch a video which will show us how to bypass an access page. This demo will show you how to bypass an access page from the Diva app using a hard coding vulnerability. Open your Android emulator using Android Studio. Open the Diva app. Now, open your JADX GUI tool. Click on Hard Coding Issues Part 1. You can see that if we try any random number and click on Access, it will show you access denied. Okay, now let us head over to our JADX GUI tool. Drag the Diva APK file into the JADX GUI tool. From the branch classes and functions in the left navigation panel, navigate to the hardcode activity within jakarasim.diva package. From the source code window, observe that the application first checks if the key provided by the user is equal to the hard-coded value vendor secret key. If so, it will display a toast message access granted. Now, let us use the hard-coded key and click on access. Observe that the condition becomes true with the hard-coded value and shows us access is granted. Let's now see what the measures can be taken to mitigate hard coding issues. To mitigate against hard coding issues in points, you can take the following steps. Use variables or constants instead of hard coding specific values. Using variables allows you to easily change the values of the points without modifying the code itself. Additionally, using constants for values that should never change can help prevent accidental changes. Use configuration files or database to store point values. By storing point values outside the code, you can change the points without modifying the code. The approach also allows for easier management and scalability of point values. Use input validation to ensure that the app input for points is within a valid range. This can prevent negative points or points greater than the maximum allowed. Use a separate testing environment to catch hard coding issues before deploying the code to production. This can help identify issues before they become a problem for users.